Guys, for real. Holy cow. Hawkeye, episode 5. All the things. We had a great thing. Oh my gosh. Blah, blah. Huzzah! Hello everyone, welcome to Writing Quest, and today we're talking about Hawkeye episode 5, Ronin. Now, was this episode the most amazing episode I've ever seen? No. Was it the most shocking thing I've ever seen on television? No. What was it? It just gave us everything we ever wanted. It gave us everything. First off, we're talking about Yelena. Yelena is back. She's the best part of Black Widow, for sure. No offense to Scarlett Johansson, but Yelena was just such a standout in that movie. As you know, I'm a big fan. So I'm really excited to see her back in this episode of the show. And I just think it was everything we hoped for. She plays the character great. The banter is incredible. She meets Kate Bishop in the episode and they just have this really cool talk. And she's just so funny. She plays the role so well. And I just think she's such a great addition. I'm really glad she's back. Now, what's super cool about the whole story here is how they use Yelena to challenge Kate Bishop's beliefs. Something that's just, we're in the kind of the classic part of her story. So she's at that lowest point where everything she was trying to do doesn't work out. Now she's in this place where everything of that she believes is being questioned and what's right, what's wrong, who is Clint, all this kind of stuff. And then Yelena comes in and she's just kind of like, he's not who you think he is, and he's killed a lot of people, all that kind of stuff. So super great. The one thing I find strange right now that I'm not quite sure, and I'm sure they'll figure it out. So she was hired to get Clint Barton. However, at the end of Black Widow, we see her given his name, but it's not really showed that he was hired. So I'm not really sure why she was hired to go get him. I thought she was just going to go get him because motivated by she thinks that he killed her sister and all that stuff. So I'm not quite sure what all the connections are there or why we had to have this hiring part. But ultimately, most likely plot, because we have to bring in the real baddie at some point. So like I said, with Kate Bishop, she's in that low point of the story where everything she believes is being challenged. She's tried to help out. Everything she's been doing is kind of come to a head. Clint told her to leave. Conversely, Clint Barton's going through the same thing. He's tried to solve this one way. He's tried to do the right thing. And now he's having all of his beliefs challenged in that he's going to have to go about it a different way. He's going to have to change things up. He's going to have to confront some demons that maybe he didn't want to confront and become the thing that he didn't want to become in order to face down Maya. I think it's really cool. Maya's story will be interesting. They're giving her some good dimension. I'm really a big fan of how they're doing this with, her father, but now she's getting challenged too, and everything that she believes and what she knows about the death of her father. So basically, this is just the episode where all the characters kind of hit that low point moment, and then everything gets challenged. Classic storytelling. It's why it works. It's why it just hits you really well. Ultimately, the episode was great. I thought the pacing was really fun. I would have liked to see a little more. So kind of Kate Bishop is struggling with this. I think probably she's the one who's having the biggest kind of breakdown of her beliefs. Her being the one that this whole thing's going to get passed off to, that makes sense. But she seems to just, in the moment, decide to just get over it and be fine and help him anyways. And Clint is just very readily accepting of that help. So a little weak there to me that it wasn't like a compelling reason for either one of them to, like, they made such a big deal at the end of the last episode that, it was very serious and Clint didn't want her to be around. And now all of a sudden they're just like, okay, we're good. Not the strongest, but they did kind of show a little moment where, Kate's considering her life and all the things that she's done. And now she's just going for it, I guess, that all being said, I thought the episode was great. It was a really cool pacing. I'm a big fan of the show, as you know, and I think it's going to end really well. I think they're going to wrap it up nicely. So the thing we really need to talk about, though, is the cameo at the end. They mentioned the name. Spoilers are coming. Here we go. Kingpin. They brought in Kingpin. Now, from the blurry image at the end of the show, I can't tell if they're actually bringing in Vincent D'Onofrio. Now, I could go either way. Part of me is like, yeah, they'll bring him in, especially with Kevin Feige just confirming that Charlie Cox might be back as Daredevil. Totally could see them going that direction where they actually bring in him from the Daredevil show. Now, I don't know. It was hard to tell. I couldn't see, which they probably left it intentionally vague or whatever, but it would be super cool to see him back. What I hope they don't do is that he ultimately just we ran out of episodes, so we're going to do this really quick, easy boss battle and done. I really hope that they give us some time, and then maybe they don't even actually defeat him. Maybe they just kind of solve the problem for now, kind of a situation, because that's a character that just needs to keep going for a little bit, and so we get some time with him. So anyways, actually back to Yelena quickly, now that I'm thinking about it, she has the same kind of little breakdown of beliefs moment too, because she was hired, and she's totally good being hired by a random person, but now she realized who she's being hired by, so she's having that brief moment perhaps where she's has a slight challenge to her beliefs. So that's basically the whole point of this episode is, what did the characters believe? They can't believe that anymore because it's been challenged by some other moment. So anyways, I think this episode was great. Another fine addition. I don't know. It's hard to say. There's been so many great Disney Plus shows with Marvel right now. Is this one my favorite? It's shaping up to be. I really like the character of Clint Barton, and I love how they're fleshing out this whole story. I love that they did that intro piece where they kind of explained what happened to Yelena. And they're just doing a really great job with this one. It feels like it's the most connected to the whole Infinity War blip thing. So anyways, that's what I think of Hawkeye episode 5. I hope you are watching the show, and if you like it, put some comments below so we can talk about it, and we'll see you next time on Writing Quest. Huzzah!